I'd just like to propose that, number one, we still have not, in my opinion, as a new board, received efficient and effective legal counsel in regard to the difference in a rule change and a contract change and the effects that they may have on existing litigation. And I'd like to propose today that this board make no further changes to rules in the short term until the new administration sets upon the board. And we're at such a short period of time now that I can't imagine the amount of money that would be saved or lost over this would make any difference whatsoever. And I just do not think that, and I'll only speak for myself, that I do not have the legal wisdom to understand that this is not a contract change. So I'm not comfortable making these decisions and voting yes, even though I might in the future, understanding that it is truly a rule change. So the difference between a rule and the difference between a contract is great, if even not to us. It may be perfectly clear to Brenda, it may be perfectly clear to Mike, but I can promise you this, as a board member and somebody that's sat for a year of my life trying to determine what a contract is, it's not clear to me. And for us as a board to take on additional liability, I don't think we've been trained to understand the difference between a rule and a contract. And if y'all have, tell me what class you went to, and I won't attend it. Because I don't think I know totally those differences, is all I'm saying.
Yes, sir, Mr. Davis.
All I would say is that our job is to administer the fund. That's our job, and oversee the administration of the fund. And if in terms of what Mr. Newton is saying, if in fact a change such as this, whether this is the right change or not, saves $2 million, $3 million, whatever the amount turns out to be actuarially, then we are making the fund more solvent and more capable of long-term paying the beneficiaries who deserve to be paid. And anything we do along those lines, I think, is a prudent decision. I also think as board members, it's our job to listen to our legal counsel, but it's to make decisions as board and not worry about the litigation aspect on the back end of that if our legal counsel says that we are in compliance with the law. So, I mean, we could sit here and be paralyzed forever and never make another rule if all we worried about was litigation. So if you're suggesting we should suspend all rulemaking or rule changes until we all have an understanding of whether each change is a contract change or not, I don't think we can do that. I mean, I think we would be negligent in our duties as board members then. Because we're charged with actually administering and not sitting here saying, well, we can't do anything while we try to figure this out or while lawsuits run their course.
I think it's important that as board members, we understand the contract obligations of the people who invested, that put the money in this fund. And if they were sold the goods that said that they could transfer, I think that that has to be interpreted as a duty of this board to make sure that we don't change that. I understand about the money, but I don't think that you can tell families that purchased under one idea that you're not going to do it. I think it invites, and y'all, I have fought lawsuits, Katie, you know it, from the day one. Save Alabama PACT has done everything we could to discourage anybody suing. But I've already gotten emails on this topic of people asking me who I recommended for them to sue. Lawsuit is a real deal. I mean, we have lawsuits sitting here right now. And I think this is dishonest to the families that invested. That's my opinion.
The rule change still retains the right of beneficiary substitution. If you still transfer, substitute, it just changes the number of hours involved, which has changed over years from time to time. So nothing's really changed except the board's ability to provide stewardship management to preserving the assets as best we can for the long duration for all students. And those hours have been changed up and down.
So when I bought it, it makes no difference, Kay? What it is in effect when I bought means nothing? Is that what you're telling me?
Just one quick question, just to differentiate something in gray and black and white. If we also choose today to reduce the amount of total hours paid for tuition, to save money, correct? 128, what's the number now?
132.
132? If I propose a motion to reduce it to 120, is that a rule or contract change?
Well, I don't know that the number of hours has ever been the subject of.
But, sir, we have been told that we're here as a board to preserve the corpus and save the money. I want to save money. I want to reduce the number of hours to each to 120.
Do we have the
So
right
that's
to do
the
that?
purpose of the board. I'd like to know if we have the right to do that. Is that a contract change or a rule change?
I think the basic contract obligation is to pay the tuition from the time of enrollment to the time of graduation, with the number of hours that the board has approved as representative of the number of hours required by institutions for someone to reach a degree.
No, wait a minute. That's, you totally, in my opinion, I apologize, I'll base on that. There's a specific number of hours. If the University of Alabama says it takes 400 hours to get a baccalaureate degree, then I don't suspect that we should have to pay that. There's a specific amount of hours listed in something. It's either a rule or contract, I'm not sure which anymore, that says that's what we pay. I'd like to propose that we reduce those hours in order to save money. Based on that is the directive of the board as I've been quoted. So if that's the case, is that a rule change or is it a contract change? And the basis of your answer is the basis why I disagree with you, respectfully disagree, because I think we should have the right to change rules. I just don't think we know what the rules are. And that's the only thing I'm saying. Can very much respect what you're doing, absolutely.